You were in Golden State, and you should get credited for laying the foundation of what the Warriors became. Almost like what Tony Dungy was doing in Tampa, and Gruden came in and finished it off. Steve Kerr came in. He's doing a great job, not to minimize Steve Kerr because he's done a great job building on the foundation that you established. But in practice, you're watching Steph and you're watching Klay shoot the basketball, and you said, this is the greatest backcourt shooting basketball the NBA's ever seen. And people laughed at you. They called you crazy. They said Mark Jackson just talking like that because they're on his team. What was it about what you were witnessing practice that made you so sure they were going to be able to carry this over come game time?
The way they practiced, the way they prepared, how serious they took their gift. It was an easy call for me. And to close that statement, after I made the statement, I said it and it ain't even close. If you don't believe me, call my bluff. I wasn't sitting there lying.
Right.
I believed everything I said based on the facts that I witnessed every single day. And I still don't think it's close. The closest as a tandem, statistically, people say Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. I say the closest statistically is John Stockton and Jeff Hornacek.
Right.
Both, one's a great shooter in Hornacek. Efficiency-wise, John Stockton's a great shooter, but he's not in the class as those guys.
Right.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are incredible basketball shooters.
Right.
They have a gift at it.
Right.
I don't think it's close. I absolutely don't think it's close. So that was an easy call for me.
And the difference is those guys are shooting from distance. The two guys that you mentioned were more of a mid-range. I mean, they could shoot the three, but they were more of a mid-range, 10 to 15 feet. You talking about Steph Curry, a lot of his points are coming from 20, 22, 23 feet.
That was ridiculous. It's ridiculous how well they shoot the basketball.
Are you surprised how, when you got to Golden State, did you know Steph Curry was that good?
Before I got there, I was calling games.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the luxury of doing some Warrior games. The time slot fits them well, even though they were not good at the time.
Right.
The time slot fit them. So I was doing some Warrior games for ESPN and got a chance to call the games. And I'm sitting there like, matter of fact, I did a Duke Davidson game when Steph Curry was at Davidson in his senior year in college and his last year in college.
Junior,
and my partner says to me, I don't think he'll be a good NBA player. I don't think he's a point guard in the NBA. I looked at him and said, Jeff Van Gundy, by the way. I don't mean to name drop him. but that, he's on record saying that. And I'm sitting there like, no, this guy is a starting point guard today. He's going to be a top-notch talent in the league. He's special. And I watched him as a young kid because I played with his dad in Toronto with the Raptors, and he'd come with his brother Seth, and they'd shoot after practice and before. And, you know, Del Curry said, my kid's going to be good. Everybody says about their kids.
Exactly.
But didn't lie. And the best thing about both of those guys, incredible human beings. Absolute joy, not only to coach because of their talent, but because of their commitment, because of their competitive drive, and because of who they are as people.
But you know, Steph is a blessing and a curse. Because it used to be guys was always trying to dunk. Now he got 7 years old, running behind the three-point line, jacking up threes.
Yeah, and I took heat. I took heat because I said, you know, Steph Curry's ruined the game.
Yeah.
People thought I was taking a shot at Steph Curry, and I'm glad I had a chance to, you know, explain it to him because I'm foolish enough to believe, well, everybody get what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Basically, what you just said was a remixed version of it.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm going to youth games. I had kids. My kids was younger. I'm going to their games, and kids are jacking up shots like they Steph Curry out of. Those are horrible shots.
Right.
and the first thing they do, they come off the bench and they shooting shots, and instead of making a move going to the cup, they're shooting heaves from half court. I'm like, this is awful basketball. This guy has a gift, and he has the ability to make that shot.
Right.
That's like me. I'd be ruining the game if I go and take that shot.
Right.
I'm not Steph Curry.
Right.
And I should not try to be Steph Curry. I should try to be the best player that I could possibly be. And people were thinking it because he made it look so easy that they could do it. They lied to themselves.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.